How many of you have ever watched the Rocky movies? Rocky Balboa was a character that rose to great fame and won matches he should not have won. What most people don't realize is Rocky had to lose sometimes in order to get back up and move again. Fellow Toastmasters, today I'm going to talk about the time that I nearly quit Toastmasters after a rise and then crashing and having to come back again. Several years ago, I joined Toastmasters. At the time, I was singing in the choir, and I was quite good at it. So Toastmasters wasn't even on my radar. However, a friend of mine had invited me to come watch her speak. I enjoyed it. It was like a duck to water, and I started winning speech contests here at the club. I enjoyed going after my fellow club members. Some of them I knew I could beat, and I could pad my resume. Others I knew would challenge me to bring my game to the next level. A few months ago, there came to a time where I had a chance to go against a speaker from another country. He was the pride of Europe. We had matched up twice before. I won the first round, he won the second. And this was going to be the trifecta match. I built it up. I invited my friends, my family, my colleagues and classmates, and potential speaking opportunities as well. This was supposed to be my time to shine because I knew I had to bring my A game. This was going to be the Rocky Balboa versus the Apollo Creed all over again. And I was bound and determined to beat somebody who had already beaten me before and could possibly beat me again. 2 weeks before that particular event, I received an email asking me to step aside, as the club wanted to go in another direction with another event. I thought, okay, maybe this was a third act I didn't know about that had been scheduled. But it hadn't been. The speakers were put to the side, and this new event was going up against the Pride from Europe. It was supposed to be a great event that brought many people to the club. But in turn, it devastated me. All of a sudden, I was bumped to the side. And people were starting to whisper, maybe Peter isn't as good as he thinks he is. Is all this bragging for naught? Would we ever see Peter go against these great speakers who could help him rise to the next level? It shook my confidence. I was in a speech class at that time, and my grade went from an A all the way down to a D within a few weeks. I'd lost my confidence. I had lost my smile. In a way, I was depressed. Not so much angry, because if I was angry, I wouldn't be here. But I was hurt. I didn't want to hear the apologies. I didn't want to hear the excuses or the defensive mechanisms. I just wanted to heal. And the best way for me to heal was to step away from Toastmasters for a time. I told everybody that it was for my mental health. And in a way, it was. But the more I stayed away, the more longing I had to be back with the Toastmasters, to hone my craft, to be who I needed to be. It wasn't until I started hearing the other whispers from other people. Hey, go talk to Peter. He's in Toastmasters. He can help you out here. Did you know Peter has won some speech contests in the past? It was then that I started to think, maybe that's all this was to people. This was a club where you could gather together, have a few laughs, hone a few skills. But to me, it was always a chance to be the best and take it to the next level. I had to gain that confidence back. And it wasn't until the final day of class when someone got up and said, I want to thank Peter for showing us how to push the envelope, for showing us what Toastmasters is all about, for always having the courage to get up each and every time in this class and lay it down on the table. It was befitting because my speech was a eulogy for myself, and I was already emotionally unprepared for that type of praise. I had to rise from the ashes. I had to gain the confidence back that would allow me to propel myself up and be better than who I thought I could be. And one day I will go up against the Pride of Europe again, and I will beat the Pride of Europe in that rubber match. Fellow Toastmasters, sometimes somebody says something or does something, and they don't mean to do it. It was purposeful, but not intentional. But you have to believe in who you are. You have to believe in what you can do. And you have to be able to rise from the ashes and become the phoenix that you were meant to be. Today, I'm in another speech contest, and I hopefully will be in many more. Thank you very much.